Hello, my name is Andrew Collins and I'm a Telly addict. And this week's theme is there is no theme. First, here's what you missed if you ignored the 13th series of Celebrity Big Brother on Channel 5 for 27 days like I didn't.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. I just stayed for a little bit.
You're regretting not putting the hours in now, aren't you? Right, let's get Mob City out of the way. Getting it out of the way may sound a bit petulant when we're talking about Frank Darabont from the films and AMC's blockbusting Walking Dead, until they sacked him, who developed this true-life 40s gangster yarn from a non-fiction account with the better title of LA Noir, but, you know.
In real life, it's different. In real life, the bad guys often wear flashy shoes. Their ties aren't bad either. Expensive anyway.
We've seen all this before, right?
What, like say a Hail Mary?
Couldn't hurt.
Showing on TNT over there and Fox over here, Mob City pales in comparison to the 1920s set Boardwalk Empire, to the point where you wonder how they all managed to drag themselves out of bed every morning to make it. And yet, it had its bright spots. Such as a surprising cameo from Simon Pegg as a nightclub comic in the pilot, here introducing himself to John Bernthal's hard-boiled detective.
And the other guy, the one drinking.
No, you're him.
Can't complain about the casting, which also includes Robert Nepper from Prison Break and Carnival, and Hero's Milo Ventimiglia, nor Darabont's visual eye. Look at this shot. That's a view of Los Angeles that's noir and at the same time bright and beautiful, and the blue notes of jazz are evocative. But I got to the end of the first episode and simply forgot to watch the second and the third, and there are only 6. And yet I found myself glued to this. Sometimes your heart rules your head. Something brand new is always alluring, but look at The Good Wife, which returned for what had every right to be its ho-hum, here we go again, 5th season to more 4. It had me at hello.
Thanks for doing this here.
No problem. What are you thinking?
I'm in.
For the uninitiated, and really it's not on satellite, what's your excuse? Juliana Margulis is Alicia Florrick, the disgraced state attorney's wife and working mum, now rehabilitated governor's wife and working mum, who's an ace litigator on the verge of leaving a Chicago law firm. But put all that backstory to one side and roll with what is one of the most casually assured opening sequences I've seen in years. It even throws in this daft bit of comedy about mobile teleconferencing.
Settle down, everybody. Ain't no doubt.
Clearly it's a long shot. It appears to be.
Just shut the door on it.
Alicia just got here.
Creators Robert and Michelle King, who between them wrote and directed this first episode, neatly set up the intrigue about the breakaway firm.
I think the fourth years are intending to leave and take some of our clients with them.
Why do you think that?
Because I'm psychic.
Well, I can't legally access their calls.
They're using the company's cell phones. They're not their phones, they're ours. Just get me the metadata.
Then chuck in a brand new character, Melissa George's passive-aggressive ethics director.
Could look like a conflict of interest.
Because I ran the search committee?
And all the while bedding in a case of the week and delighting us with the show's latest superstar judge.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, we ask that the execution of Eddie Allen Fornum be delayed.
Your Honor.
I'm way ahead of you, Miss Seska. You know, it doesn't please the court.
And we haven't even got to the opening credits yet.
Get on with Kalinda. We bought her another 48 hours.
Objection to it being just another legal potboiler? Denied. Now, The Good Wife is a network behemoth, airing on CBS, where we like to imagine only the fittest survive. But just because you're on cable doesn't mean a free pass. Last week it was announced that HBO has declined to commission 2 new half-hour comedies after season 1, saying goodbye to Hello Ladies and chopping down Family Tree.
I'll take that carrot cake, thanks.
Both of which I watched through to the end, which, as we know, is the greatest compliment an armchair critic can give, but neither of which turned out to have legs, when Stephen Merchant has limbs to spare. Let's hope HBO's latest Great White Hope, Looking, knows where it's going. That's Jonathan Groff, whom I confess I don't remember from Glee, as the least assured of three gay friends in San Francisco, whose funky single-camera lives and loves have already seen Looking compared to Girls. Not that Sky Atlantic have encouraged that.
Oh my god!
You look good.
So do you.
This is the best decision I've ever made.
Girls and Looking, next Monday from 10.
In truth, the naturalistic, chatty style and sexual frankness of writer Michael Lannon and British writer-director Andrew Haig's world do cross over with Lena Dunham's, but the airtime between the principals is far more evenly shared.
How old do you think I look? In daylight or candlelight? Fuck off. Daylight. Relax. You look good for your age. Something awful happened to me at work today. What? I didn't get to fuck someone that I wanted to fuck.
Murray Bartlett's waiter talking about sex, and here's Frankie J. Alvarez's artist's assistant about to actually do some, by way of the examination of a third party's tattoo of Dolly Parton's signature.
Knock yourself out.
It's far sexier than Girls and more instantly likeable, not least because of Jonathan Groff, whose sweet web designer Patrick gay men will want to be, women will want to befriend, and heterosexual men will want to be.
Instagram filters have ruined everything, and I can't tell if this guy's hot or not. What do you think?
Ooh, Patty, that is a lazy eye.
No, it's not.
The right one. Oh my god, it is. How did you see that?
You're such a sweet boy.
I also like the token hetero workmate played by Andrew Law.
Oh my god. It looks like I have a date tonight at the press club.
That place?
Yeah.
That is a very heterosexual choice, my friend.
I don't mind.
Really, like a winking smiley face?
What's wrong with that?
What are you, a Japanese teenager?
What?
Look, I was a Japanese teenager. I didn't even use a winking smiley face.
Nice. Interestingly, a variation on that joke, What Are You, a Japanese Teenager, appeared on a very different comedy on BBC One.
Okay, first question, what the hell is it?
Looks like a spider.
It's the ancient Persian word for peace.
What possessed you?
It was an impulse. We were in Camden Market.
You're in Camden Market and you suddenly decide to get a tattoo. What are you, a German tourist?
Hey, comedy travels. I've always liked Outnumbered, and I'm not even a put-upon middle-class parent of 3 kids. Andy Hamilton and Guy Jenkins' low-speed comedy of manners returned for its 5th series, and my, hasn't it grown.
Can you not slam the door?
Did I slam it?
Yes! The windows are still rattling.
You're a bit late.
I had an audition for the lower school show. It's a musical.
I bet it's Oliver. Yeah, the Oliver. Schools always do Oliver.
No, Spartacus.
Daniel Roche as middle child Ben, who was a scamp of 8 when Outnumbered began and is a 14-year-old transformer now. His screen sister Karen was a slightly precocious 6, and now she's...
So how was school?
Still there. Ow!
It's always a shock when kids shoot up. I don't mean, although I'm sure one of them will in Series 7. But in many ways, that's one of the unique joys of Outnumbered. It ages, because with a young cast it has to, and the narrative evolves accordingly.
I'm 17. I'm old enough to decide to die for my country. I can choose to get a tattoo.
Well, you're not very likely to die for your country, although you are quite likely to die from septicemia.
Because this is the comedy of the everyday, I know some people find it too safe and cosy. But it's rare to see the middle classes observed by the middle classes without self-loathing.
This is exactly the kind of group consultation that email is perfect for. There you are. I've already got a reply.
That's a lot of capital letters, isn't it?
Nicely observed gag about group email, which is bounced back into the story later when Sue's email to the parents leads to trouble for Karen at school.
We talked about this, haven't we? We've talked about the dangers of the urge to intervene.
I know.
This is Tony Blair. You are Tony Blair.
I'm not Tony Blair.
Cleverly staged and directed to feel as if we're just eavesdropping, it actually weaves its arcs with cunning precision. Over to Sky Arts for a comedy that is literally eavesdropping.
The conversations you're about to see were recorded by Nixon's secret taping equipment, and these are the words actually spoken by the participants and edited only for time.
It may seem like the very antithesis of a rip-roaring comedy, but Nixon's the One, developed by Spinal Tap and The Simpsons' Harry Shearer, and piloted last year under the Playhouse Presents umbrella, is a unique proposition. Political junkies should give thanks.
Nixon's the one, a Mr. Regular, a guy you can trust. Oh, he's a charmer with a face you can love.
Yes, that's Derek Smalls under 4 hours worth of makeup, so that he resembles nothing less than a spitting image puppet. But Shearer has spent years obsessively, forensically honing his Nixon impression, and it pays off. Shot as if via hidden cameras to underline the covert nature of the recordings, this is a TV show like no other, and a testament to the UK broadcaster that Shearer pitched it here and not in the States. There are 5 episodes divided into themes, the first being Nixon's curious relationship with Henry Kissinger, played to manipulatively obsequious perfection by Henry Goodman.
One of Rockefeller's people, I don't know if you met him, he's been in here, Tim Kenning.
Oh yeah, I know him.
But
He's very smart though.
Yeah, well, he called up. He called me late last night, and he said he just wanted me to know that he often criticized your PR, but he thought this was a masterpiece.
I sought to interview Shearer for The Guardian about this project, and although a lifelong Californian liberal, he told me this was not another lazy attack on Nixon, but an attempt to humanise him without an editorial line. I think in its own low-key way, it's a niche masterpiece.
That's right. But
No, I know. I said November 1st. I meant December 1st and November 15th, right?
This is not going to create any problems.
No problem.
Now, for our moment of zen, we return to that other big house with the hidden cameras and the dirty dealings.
Stop it. You're killing me. You're killing me. You can't do that to me. I just want to do that.